Yeah, good morning. Online students, is my voice is loud and clear? Online students, could you please confirm? Okay. So let's start the session, guys. So in today's class, we are going to discuss the next concept, for loops. So before moving to the for loops, just as a small recap purpose, just once again, I'm trying to explain the while loops. And from there, we'll move on to the today's for loops. And so first point number one is loop. Loop means nothing but repeating the block of code. Whatever you want to repeat, that one you are going to write in the block of code. Repeating the block of code is called as loop. What is meant by while? While means till the condition satisfies, you are going to repeat the block of code. So while loop means till the condition satisfies, you are going to repeat the block of code and you want. Let's take a small example. I want to print the 1 ds, 2 ds, 3 ds, 4 ds, 5 ds. I want to print like this. Okay. This is the one which I want to print. Now, if you observe clearly, what I am trying to print is print some number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. What are the number? Some number, comma, ds. This one has to be printed. How many times it has to be printed? Means 5 times. Means this particular code has to be repeated for 5 times. That is the requirement. Now, since it has to be repeated, which one you want to repeat, that one should be inside the loop. Whether it is total 3 types of loops we are having. What are the 3 types of loop? Means one is while loop, second one is infinite loop, third one is for loop. Out of which 2 of them we have completed in the last class and third one we are going to do in the today's class. Right? Now, what is this print ds? Now, some number I want to print and I want to print the ds. This is the requirement. This one has to be repeated. How many times it has to be repeated? 5 times. For 5 times, what I'm going to write means here while x is less than or equal to 5, where with x is equal to x plus 1, and by taking x is equal to 1. Now, this will be repeated now 5 times. This part will be repeated for 5 times. How to repeat this one for 5 times means by writing the code, these 3 lines of code. Which one you want to repeat? First you select that one. How many times you want to repeat? Select that one. Is the point is clear? So first you want to repeat with respect to print ds. This one you are printing. And how many times you want to print means 5 times. For printing 5 times in while loop, we are going to write this one. Now, here I'm going to print the x comma ds. So this will be printed. So whichever you want to get printed for 5 times, you want to repeat, that one you have to write inside the while loop. Right? Dinesh, is your question is clear? Dinesh and Kathy, is your question is clear? Now, second option. What is the second option we are having? This is using the while loop. This one I have done using the while loop. Whichever you want to get repeated, that part. Now, next, coming to the next one, by using the infinite loop. Same thing I'm going to write now using the infinite loop. Infinite loop. Now, how I'm going to use the infinite loop now? Same, 1 ds, 2 ds, 3 ds, 4 ds, 5 ds. Same thing has to be printed, but using the infinite loop. Now, first, what you want to print? I want to print x value and some ds. This one you want to print. How many times you want to print? 5 times. For 5 times, using the infinite loop means what we have to do? Here, first infinite loop, while true is called as infinite loop. Now this is going to repeat for infinity number of times. If I write here x is equal to 1, 1 ds, again 1 ds, again 1 ds, again 1 ds, again 1 ds, like that 1 1 only will be selected. So x is equal to x plus 1. Now how many times it is going to repeat? Means again infinite number of times, but x will be added every time. Now I'm going to write here, if x is equal to 5. If x value is equal to 5, break. Otherwise, no need to break. Okay. Now, if I write this one, now what happens? It is going to break. So first it is going to take 1 ds. Since 1 is not equal to 5, it is not going to do that. 2 ds, followed by 3 ds, followed by 4 ds, followed by 5 ds. After 5 ds, it is going to break. It will not even add x is equal to 6 or so. So it is going to break before itself, and I'm going to get the output like this. This is using the while loop. This is using the infinite loop, and this is without using any loop. Now, sir, without using any loop, we have written 5 lines of code. Using the while loop, we have written 4 lines of code. Using this infinite loop, we have written these approximately 6 lines of code. Out of all of them, just you are saving only 1 line of code only, sir. What is the use? Now, we are using 5 for 5 times to print. We are saving 1 line of code. For example, 500 times I want to print 1 ds, 2 ds, 3 ds, 4 ds, like that 500 comma ds. Now, how many times this code has to be repeated? 500 times. Now, if you write generally like this, how many lines of code it will come? 500 lines of code it will come. But when you are using the while loop, how many lines of code will come? Again, 4 only. Just you have to change instead of 5 here, 500. But it remains with the same. So when you are trying to use more number of times, then this loop concept will be useful. If you are using for only 1 time or 2 times, may not be useful. Loop concept may not be useful, that much of importance. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone? So that is the difference. This is a plain one without using anything, any loop. This is using the while loop. This is using the infinite loop. Right, guys? Everyone is clear? Now, the same thing, now I'm going to use the for loop. Now, for I in range of 5, print I comma ds. Same answer will be selected here. Of course, you may not understand the syntax since I have not explained. Example purpose I am showing. So this answer is same, this answer is same, this answer is same, this answer is same. Is the point is clear? Just you are trying to repeat the block of code using the different types of loops, and which loop you feel easy or which example you feel easy for that particular thing. For example, in this case, for loop is having more easiness. For some examples, while loop will have more importance. For some examples, infinite loop will have the importance. For example, in the DMart, you are going to select the number of items. How many items you are going to select, you only don't know. Then in that case, which type of loop we have to use? Means infinite loop only. We cannot use while loop, we cannot use for loop. Both of them are not possible. There 100% while loop, infinite loop only is possible, because how many items the user is going to select, we don't know before itself. Okay, while loop and for loop, these two are called as finite. Finite means limited number of times it will be repeated. Whereas while true is infinite loop, repeats for infinite number of times. Is the point is clear, guys, for everyone? Now let's get into this. What is meant by loop? Loop means nothing but repeating the code. Whatever is inside, it will repeat. While till condition satisfies. So while loop till condition satisfies, it repeats the code. Now for each value in the sequence. Now for loop means what? For each value in the sequence. So for loop means for each value in the sequence, repeating the block of code is called as for loop. For each value in sequence. So here you are going to get some sequence. Now what is a sequence? String, list, tuple, set, dictionary, and range. Out of these 5, you can, out of these 6, you can select any one. Out of these 6, you can select any one. Choice is yours. Now in that first one, already you know. Sir, how you decided only these? Very simple. Whichever has the length function, that will be applicable as sequence. Can you apply the length function on string? Yes or no? Yes. Length function, when we apply, we are going to get number of characters. Okay. If you have forgot the strings, whether length function can be applied in the list, whether length function can be applied, or whether in the tuple length function has applied, whether we can apply or not, means first go through that one. Then you come to this class. Whoever the student has forgot the data types or anything, the previous classes I have not practiced, sir. I'm not going to lab, sir. I'm just sitting in the home, sir. Means today also go and sit in the home only. Whoever the students are not practicing, today you may not understand the class. Today, whoever has not understand, tomorrow they will not understand the class. That is also you right. If you don't practice today, tomorrow also you will not understand. I'm saying from the day one onwards, this one. And if you are forgetting everything from the, every day it is fresh for me, every day you have to repeat the fresh topic for me, miss. Never you can become the data analyst through me. Okay. Is the point is clear now? So first, if any person is saying that length function, if whatever we have already discussed in the class, if you are giving the wrong answers today also, means which were already discussed. I'm not asking new questions, which are already discussed in the class. I'm asking the questions. And if you are giving the wrong answers for that one, means you have to write that one in the notes. Why I'm doing like this? What is the specialty of me? Write that one in the notes. Why I'm this much of extraordinary person in the world? You only have to write that one. Because then only you'll understand where you are doing the mistake. That is only called as diagnostic analytics. I'm not saying for time pass purpose or not. I'm not saying with in a joke way or nothing like this. Okay. Whatever was discussed in the class and you are giving the wrong answers for that one, means you have to write in the notes only one point. Why I'm becoming like this as an extraordinary person in the world. That is the question. Write the answer for that. Automatically you will only understand the reason. Is the point is clear? Which were discussed in the class also you are not able to tell the correct answer, miss? Why? Where the point? So in the company, the discussed one will not be there. Na? Completely new one. Na? Application only will be there. For discussed one only you are giving the wrong answers, means can we do the application? Think logically, that is possible. Whether it is possible? From my perspective, it is not possible. From your perspective, no sir, in the class, whatever you say, I will just listen with my ears, and after that class I will forget. And though I do all these things also, and in the class I will get 0 out of 100 also, I will get in a good job and I will get 10 lakhs package, miss. In the dream also it is not possible. Unless you are the CEO. Right? Understand the simple logics. Where you are making the mistakes, why we are making the mistakes. Always make sure that in your life you are going to do the one important word called as diagnostic analytics. Okay. Now, if for example diagnostic analytics importance, sir, okay sir, you are saying to us now, have you applied the diagnostic analytics? Okay, just let me show you as a small example, because you don't know my things, remaining things now. Just as a small example I'm trying to show, so that you'll understand the importance of diagnostic analytics. Once you understand the diagnostic analytics, you can do so many things. So this is my stock market. Whatever in the stock market, my investments I will do now, that one. And in front of you only, I'm opening my live data reports. Okay. And what are the profit and loss statement is there? I'm trying to open. And this, instead of selecting this financial year, I'm selecting the last financial year. That is April 2023 to March 2024. And can you see the dates? And this is my account only. Okay. And I'm going to click. And what is the loss I have received? 6 lakhs rupees is the loss. In the entire 1 year, I have received the 6,10,000 rupees loss. Right? Now, again, I'm going back. We can't see. Yeah, others, can you please confirm? Able to see my screen or not? Okay. So last 1 year, last financial year, I told you that 6,10,000 loss now. Now, after doing the diagnostic analytics, after doing with respect to betterization, where I have done the mistake, for what purpose, everything. Now, the same F&O P&L, same I'm clicking once again, this time this financial year, and I'm going to click on the view. In the 6 months, I have received 6,94,000. What are the 6,09,000 loss for 1 year? It was rectified in the 6 months with additional profit. Okay. And actually I have received 7,70,000 miss, out of which 72,000 is the charges which I have paid. And particularly in this 1 month only, okay, in front of you, I'm opening the September month exclusively. September 1st to September 30th only. In this 1 month, I have received 5 lakhs, close to, in 1 month. I'm not saying that it is great or something. I'm not saying all these things. Only one thing I'm saying is where I have made the mistake. Somewhere I have made the mistake. What is that one? Either with a small amount, I'm trying with the big one, something. So many things will be there. I can't enter into that one because this is another subject completely. Somewhere I have made the mistake, and what is that mistake? How I have to rectify that one, and how it can be done. In 1 month, if I remove the 5 lakhs of this 1 month, and let us keep this side, assume that this month is not there, that is September month. Okay, April 1st to, let us go with only the August 30th. Okay, that is also 2 lakhs. So almost 5 months, 2 lakhs means it is not a bad one. I don't want to jump directly into the, at a time, into the 50 lakhs, or I don't want to get, okay, 1 year, whatever I have lost, I no need to get in 1 month only. That is not the greediness I'm not having. Whatever the loss I have made in 1 year, that 1 year, in the same way, if I make the profit also, it is very big achievement for me. My target is for 1 year, 6 lakhs only. Unexpectedly, I got within the 6 months only my target. And particularly September month has helped me so much. But all these things was done based on my diagnostic analytics only, where I have made the mistake. For in which cases I'm getting tempted and which cases I'm not getting. For example, as of now, what is the positions I'm having? I'm opening everything in front of you guys. Okay. As of now, I'm making some kind of 12,000 rupees profit, something. Apart from my 7 lakhs profit, this is additional. Today, if I book the profit of 15,000, which I have purchased yesterday only in 1 day, sir, 17,000 something. Okay, just ignore this one. Sir, 17,000, no sir, are you not going to book the profit? No, because as per my strategy, I should not even see the market during the class hours. In the entire September month, when your batch was started, September 2nd, do you remember? From that day to till today, did I open any time in front of your mobile phone and have watched anything? That is the, though profit is there or loss is there. As of now, you have seen something 17,000 now. Maybe after 12 o'clock, I may get minus 50,000 also. No bother. But as per my strategy, discipline is there, and according to that only I have to work. And I have developed in that way only, which I not see in the class also, during my working hours also, if I don't see also, still I have to make a good amount of profit. How it is possible? In what way it is possible? Sir, suddenly if negative news is there for you, suddenly market is getting collapsed, you will not see that one. No sir, it is going to be loss now. No, in that case also for me no loss. How sir? Because the strategy was developed in that way, where I have brought one of the company, I have sold one of the company. If due to any news, market was collapsed, the whichever I have sold now, that will give the profit for me. If market has risen means, whichever I have brought now, that will give the profit for me. Out of two, one will give the profit. And overall like that. And this concept Again, if I start discussing means I have to get in depth of that. So just as of now, I can say only one word called as diagnostic analytics. Identify the mistake. Okay. But at the same time, I can't say that in the September you got 5 lakhs. No, sir. In October month also you'll get 5 lakhs. Means no, I'm not having that much of greediness. My target for October month is just 20,000. If I get also, I'm happy. If I get in one day also, extremely happy. If in the entire month, if I get 20,000 also, I'm happy. My strategy is working. I'm having good accuracy. That is important for me. How much amount I'm making is not important. My strategies are working and it is giving the good amount of reflection, and I'm making a good amount of decent amount part time. That's it. That's sufficient. Okay. I'm not having, for example, every month if I'm able to get the 5 lakhs means I don't need to sit in front of you. And I don't need to explain this Python code for you. You also know, I also know that one. Based on last 5 lakhs I have got, oh, every month I'll get 5 lakhs. So Naresh, I do not require. If I start sitting in front of the laptop and I start doing completely trading miss, automatically, again 1 month after I have to come to Naresh only with empty hands. I know this one. What is the problem will be there? I know everything because that is experience. That experience we get based on the diagnostic analytics. And for this entire thing, for me, 2 things are required. So now, sir, stock market analysis you have done, you are saying now something you have developed now, whether it is data science or data analytics means pure data analytics project. It is a complete data analytics project only. There is no data science on in that. I mean, machine learning or artificial intelligence is not there. Pure data analytics project it is. And it includes the descriptive analytics, diagnostic analytics. Only 2 things are included. And sir, are we going to do that type of projects and everything miss? Yes. In the further, you will also do that one if you are interested. Okay. Of course, money means obviously everyone will be interested, but so many things also is there in that. I will explain later in the due time. As of now, you have to understand one important word in your career is called as diagnostic analytics. And once you start rectifying your mistakes, you will see wonders. In my career, I have seen, but I can't prove that. Whatever was happening in my career in the past years and how I have rectified that one and how I'm getting the present salary and what are the companies I'm working. If I say also, I can't prove that. I can't show live proof for you. But this one, I have shown now directly. Last year, what is the loss I have shown you? This year, what is the profit also I have shown you. Proof also I have shown you. In my career also, I have done so many things and I have achieved so many things, but I can't show that one. Live proof I can't show. All these things, but one reason is called as diagnostic analytics. How much early you will identify your mistakes, that will help for your career. Every person will do the mistakes. Common, that is, including me. I will also do the mistakes commonly. How much early we'll identify that one and how we'll rectify that one. That is the most important point. Right? Now, coming to the why I have started means due to one reason. I asked length function can be applied string means this red shirt person has told no. From there, the entire story was started. Okay. What are the reason? Answer is no only na. Wrong answer only na. From there, the story was started. But it might be helpful for anyone miss. That is great. To identify your mistakes and to rectify that one. Right? Now coming back. So here, whatever the number here, the length function is applicable on the string. Length function is applicable on the list. Length function is applicable on the tuple, set, dictionary, and also range. Now here, what is meant by range? Now you all know already know the strings, list, tuples, sets, and dictionaries, and you don't know what is meant by range. So let us see what is meant by range. Range is nothing but it gives the numbers, sequence of numbers. Okay, it gives the series of numbers, series of integers. Okay, series or sequence of integers. What are the sequence you are looking? It gives the sequence of integers. Integers means int only, not float values, only int. Now in the range function, if you write only one number, range of 10. If you write only one number, by default, it will take the starting value as 0, 0 to 10. So it is going to have the 0 to 10, 0 to 10 means 0 to 9. In the slicing operation, if you are not giving the first number, you are giving only this one. What is the first number by default? 0, because direction is positive. Okay. Now, if you give two numbers in the slicing operation, if you give two numbers, what is the starting number? 2, and what is the ending number? Up to 9 with the increment of +1 by default. So same way here also, range of 2, 10. If you give two numbers, 2, 10 means it is going to take first number as 2, ending number as 10, and last number will not be included in this also, because step is +1. Now, if you take here slicing operation, 2 to 10 with increment of -1, what is the answer? Are you getting any answer? No, that is not possible, because 2 will be here, 10 will be here, direction is in this direction. In this direction, ending point will not be there. So what is the output you are going to get is empty. Whether it is empty, you are applying on the list means empty list. You are applying on tuple means empty tuple. If you are applying on string means empty string. Now, some similar way here also, range of, I'm going to give 2, 10 with -1. And I'm asking to provide in the list. In the list, now what is the list output I'm going to get is empty, because it is not possible. Now, next, in the slicing operation, previously what are the slicing we have discussed? 10 to 2 with -1. Now it is possible. 10 to 2 in reverse direction. What is the starting point? This is the starting point, 10. Ending point is E. Direction is negative. In this direction it is possible? Yes. From where to where you are going to get? 10 to 2, but 2 should not be included. Means up to 3. 10 to 3. Because in the reverse direction we have to add +1, not -1. Minus of -1. So which is +1. So similar way, here also we are going to have the same range of, I'm going to take 10, 2 with -1. Now if I apply the range function on this, I mean list, if I apply the list, and you are going to get the output like this, 10 to 3. Is the point is clear? So when you write single number, automatically takes the 0 and also increment as +1. By default increment is +1, 0 and +1. If you write two numbers, increment will be considered as +1. When you write three numbers only, the starting number, ending number along with the increment or decrement. That is step. That is range function. Is the range function is clear? Everyone. If you write that one in the tuple, you will get the output as tuple of range of 1 to 10. Means 1 to 9 you are going to get in the tuple. If you write here list means you are going to get in the list. If you write here tuple means you are going to get in the tuple. If you write here set means you are going to get in the set. Typecasting. Okay. And but dictionary means obviously you have to give the key also. Without giving the key, it is not possible. Only values are not possible. Key also you have to assign. Right. Now, so coming to the point. So this is the range function. Range function is clear for everyone. So it is a data type. Whether it is a function or means it is a function. Range bracket. In the bracket you are having. So it is also one of the function. Sequence data type. Right. Now it neither comes under fundamental data type. It neither comes under advanced data type. Simply it is comes under function. Now coming to the for loop. Now how I am going to apply the for loop? What is the syntax for loop means? For. What is the meaning of for loop? First, what is the meaning of for loop? For each value in the sequence, repeating the code. Now here for, I'm writing some variable name. Choice is yours. What are the variable name you are interested? Variable name in sequence. Here you have to write the sequence. That sequence might be a string. The sequence might be list. tuple, set, dictionary and range, anything. So for variable name in sequence, and you are going to write the block of code, whatever you want to repeat, that one you are going to write here. Yes, that is as one of the student is asking, sir, in the slicing we are using the square brackets and colon. Here in the range function we are using the parenthesis and comma, because this is the syntax for slicing. Whenever you are using the square bracket, that indicates first you have to write the variable name. After variable name, if you write the square brackets, that is the syntax for the slicing. That is the Python rule for the slicing. And this is the function. Every function will have the brackets. Okay, they are called as syntax. Okay, that is the difference. If there is no difference between that one and this one, if there is no difference, then how the Python will understand whether it is a range function or whether it is a slicing operation? Is the point is clear? Now, for example, let's take an example like this, as one of the student is asking the question. Now see here, I'm going to write 1. Based on one of the student question, I have created one function and this function name is L. Okay, and I'm going to create in terms of L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. This is list. Okay, now observe this one. Here I'm taking the L. Okay, L square bracket, and I'm applying the slicing from 0 to colon 2. 0 colon 2. What is the answer? What is the output? List of 1 and 2. This is the output. Now the same L, instead of using the square brackets, I'm using the normal brackets. Okay, and I'm writing 0 comma 2. What is the output you will get? 2. Answer is 2. So here, what are the list is there? List, you are going to get the output as 2. So now in this example, list was considered. What is that? List was considered as it is considered as a list data type. Here same L was considered as a function. That is the difference between both of them. If you ask what is the type of L, in this example I am asking what is the type of L. What is the type of L? Function. In this example I am asking what is the type of L. L is L only, na? For L I am using here normal brackets. Here I am using this one. First it is going to collect what is L, what is the type of L. For that square brackets is applicable, parenthesis is applicable. According to that it will work. If the list type means, then square brackets is applicable, which is slicing. If list L is function means square brackets is not applicable, parenthesis is only applicable. Is your question is clear? Now coming to the for variable name in the sequence, we are going to write the block of code. That is the syntax. First example, I am going to take for I in SRK. Starting sequence I am going to consider as SRK. Now I is nothing but variable name. I is variable name, and this variable name is going to take each and every character. First I will take the S character and it will print I. Now what is I value means yes. So first it will take I is equal to yes, single character. When you are giving the sequence as a string, it is going to consider single character. And I is equal to S, print I. Print I means what it is going to print means S will be printed. Next, from here again it will go back to this portion. I is equal to R it will take and print R. Next, I is equal to K it will take and print K. First it is going to take S followed by R followed by K, and I'm going to get each of them S, R, K like this. One character it is taking and it is executing the block of code. Inside the block of code, if print is there, so it is printing. Inside the block of code something is there means something. but every time first I is equal to S. Sir, like this, how many times it will be repeated? Till all the items in the sequence are completed. Once all the items in the sequence are completed, it closes automatically. It stops automatically. When the while loop will stop? When the condition fails, it will stop. When the for loop will stop? When all the items in the sequence are completed, it will stop. Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? Now, next. So this is the example. Next one is list. For I in list. So now for I in list, first what is the I value it is going to take? First 10. It is going to take 10. Each item in each rectangular box, whatever is that, it is going to collect that one. So here for I in ST, what is ST, guys? Data. Data will be how? D, A, T, A. It first I value will be selected D, first rectangular box. I value will be second rectangular box. I value will be third rectangular box. I value will be fourth rectangular box. How many boxes, rectangular boxes you are having? 4. So how many times this code will be executed? 4 times. Whatever the length is there, that many times. And you are going to get the output like this. D, A, T, A. Now, here I am going to consider, again, in this list, 10, A, B, C, 30, 40. Now tell me, what is the length of L for this one length function? What are the sequence is the length? What is the length? 4. So each rectangular box, first I value is equal to 10, I value is equal to ABC, I value is equal to 30, I value is equal to 40. And it is going to print like this. Now the question is, sir, for example, here you are having 50, 60. Nested list is there. Now tell me, guys, first, what is the length of L? 5 or 6? 5. So how many boxes it is going to create? In first box, 10. A, B, C. Next, 30. Next, list of 50, 60. Now first I value is equal to what? 10. For next I value, next I value, next I value, next I value, next last I value is list of 50, 60. It is going to execute only 5 times. One box, one value it will take and it will execute. Simple. Whatever the value inside the box, it will take and execute. Similarly, tuple. In the tuple, now this time I'm writing the variable name SRK. Okay, SRK. SRK of in T. Now SRK, first SRK is equal to what? 1. Followed by SRK is 2. SRK is equal to 3. SRK is equal to 4. SRK is equal to 5. Every time you don't need to take for I only. You can take what are the variable name you are interested. So first SRK is equal to 1. Execute SRK comma DS. What is the output? 1 DS. SRK is equal to 2 DS. SRK is equal to 3. 3 DS. SRK is equal to 4. 4 DS. SRK is equal to 5. 5 DS. Right? Next example for set. Now in this set, how it is going to store? Whether items will be repeated? No. Though you have written here, in the backend S is equal to what it is going to store? 1, 5, 4. 5 already is there. 4 is there. 4 is there. 6. 5 already is there. 4 is there. 4 is there. String A. 15.4. Now total how many items are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 items are there. Now how many times this for loop will be executed? 6 times, because length of S is 6. So 6 times only it will be executed, and it is going to give every time 1 value. Order is not important in this case, because since it is going to store only 6 values inside the set, each value it is taking and it is printing. Next, coming to the last one, dictionary. So I have told you one example for range, one example for string, one example for list, tuple, set, and now one example for the dictionary. Right? Now in the dictionary, if you write D, only D, for I in D, if you write, it is going to take the keys. By default, it will take the keys. Now, here I'm going to write this one. D is equal to 25 with 1, 45 with string A. This is the D. Now for I in D, if you take, it is taking the keys. I want D for I in D comma keys. D comma keys means what? If I separate only D comma keys, what is the output you are going to get? List of 1 comma A. So it is going to give the output 1 and A. Now if I take D dot values, first it is, what is the D comma values? D dot values, if you execute separately, list of 25 comma 45. So that will be applicable. If I write here D dot items, now what is the output? Key and value. List of tuples. In the each tuple, key value. How many tuples are there? 2 tuples. So you are going to get the 2 tuples. First tuple followed by second tuple. Is the point is clear? First it will execute the D dot items and it will create the list. In that list, first item it will be selected, second item it will be selected, and it is going to print like that. Is the point is clear for everyone? So whenever you are using the dictionary, clearly use the D dot keys or D dot values or D dot items, because dictionary is a special data type which has key value pair. For others, you can continue normally. Is the points are clear for everyone? Now, already I have explained for you the range function also. What are the range function we are having? Everything. Now, write a program. Write a program for list of odd numbers from 0 to 20. Now, 0 to 20 odd numbers. So, simply odd numbers means we can have the increment of 2. So, if I take a 0 to 20 na, 0 to 20 with a increment of 2. If I write like this, first value will be selected as 0 followed by 2 followed by 4. Even numbers will be selected, but I don't want even numbers. I want odd numbers. Odd numbers you want means then you have to take the first number as 1. Then 1, 3, 5, 7. It will do like this. But here they asked the 20. So 20 means up to 19. And I'm going to write this one in the list. So list of odd numbers from 0 to 20. These are the odd numbers between 0 to 20. This is one way. Okay, simply by getting the like this. Since we are having the option of getting the numbers by using the range function. Second option, we are having one more option. What is that one more option? Is for I in range of 0 to 20, you take 0 to 20. If I value is divisible by 2, if I value is divisible by 2 and remainder is equal to 0, in that case, you append the list L dot append of I, where I'm going to take the L is equal to 1 empty list. And I'm printing the L. So, sorry, not equal to 0. No? Odd numbers means not equal to 0. This is the output. This is using the for loop. This is not using any kind of loop. This is using the for loop. Now the same question using the while loop. Now tell me what is while using the while loop? 0 to 20. So while x value is less than or equal to 20, if x value is divisible by 2 and not equal to 0, in that case it has to be appended. L dot append of x. And what is the x value I'm going to take initially means 0, because they asked the question 0 to 20. So 0. If it is not equal to, anyways, 0 if you take also not a problem now. Right? And don't forget to add every time plus 1. Otherwise it is going to convert as infinite loop. And after doing this one, print L. and the same answer. Okay, already L, I have to take here L is equal to empty list now. For this example, L should be once again empty list. Otherwise, what happened is already L is there here, and for this it is appending. L is already available now, so for that it is appending. So fresh L we have to take. So see, this answer, this answer, this answer, and using the infinite loop. How to do using the infinite loop means while true, inside that you are going to write the same condition, but if x is equal to 20, break. Whenever it is whenever it is 20, break that one. Till 20 only you have to check this condition. Till after 20 you have to stop. Is the points are clear? So this is without using any kind of loop. This is using the loop. This is using the while loop. And similarly using the infinite loop. Is the points are clear? So how to write using the infinite loop, guys? While true, if x value, again, x value is divisible by 2, same condition. If x value is divisible by 2, you are going to have this one. What is the initial x value? X is equal to 0 and L is equal to 1 empty list. Then only it will be appended. But it will be doing for infinite number of times. It has to stop. When it has to stop means, first you have to do x is equal to x plus 1. And when it has to stop means, if x value is equal to 20, it has to break. Sir, now you are writing two things now. So now out of these two things, any one is executed also, it is going to break. So for that, what I'm going to do means, here two ifs we cannot use. One is if and elif. Right? Now in that case, what I'm going to do means or x is equal to 20. Any one condition satisfied also. Either it has to satisfy this one or it has to satisfy this one. Whenever it condition is satisfied, and in that case, or simply I will write and also. You can write even and also. When you are writing and, you can write with respect to x is greater than 20. When x value is greater than 20, in that case, not end, less than 20, less than or equal to 20, append, and followed by you can apply the break. Is the point is clear? So here what happens? First it is going to take 0. 0 is not equal to, remainder is not equal to 0. Then followed by 0 is less than 1. Two conditions satisfied. Two conditions satisfied or one condition satisfied. First condition is false. Second condition is true. False and true. What is output? False. False means it is not going to append. Next, 1. 1 means condition is true. This one also true. It is going to append, but it will break immediately. Now what I have to do in this case? It will add just only 1 and it will break. Now what I have to do? Can I take with respect to and? No. If I take or, one is this one or one is less than or equal to true, then also it will break now. Now what we have to do? It has to be appended separately. Condition based it has to append. At the same time, when the condition fails, it has to break. Now what we have to do in this case? So here we are going to take the break. What is the condition I have to write for the break? Here I'm going to write and x is less than or equal to 20, elif break. Elif, yes, break. Now tell me guys, what happens? 1. For 1 it will be appended. Since condition was satisfied, it is going to elif if x value is equal to or greater than 20, break. and print L. Let me print the L value. Is the point is clear now? Till less than 20, it will be executed. Whenever it crosses more than 20, break will execute. Everyone is clear? One more time. So here, first it is going to take like this. Just one more time, I'm trying to explain. This one up to here, everyone knows now. Okay. Now how to apply the break? So break, here two options are there. One is if x value is equal to 20, we have to break basically. Whenever it crosses equal to 20 or greater than 20, we have to break, guys. This is the requirement. Okay. Up to here, okay. Till 20, it will go. Okay. When we are going to break means this one. But we can't use the two ifs, right? One is if, second one should be elif. So elif means here I'm going to write the elif. Now what happens for the first 0? 0 is condition is not satisfied. 0 is not even greater than 0. In that case, what happens? It is going to add plus 1. Followed by 0, 1. 1 is satisfied this condition. Automatically it will append. Next 0. 0 is not satisfied by 2. It is not even satisfied. Even you can get this one also. Okay. Even you can get this one also. But here we should not get the 20 miss. X is greater than or equal to 20. Even this one also is possible. Even this one also possible. Is the point is clear? Everyone? You should not take the two ifs. For taking the two ifs, just apply the small logic, guys. First it is going to take 1. Let's start with 1. 1 is odd number. What happens? It is going to append. Since 1 is odd number, it will be appended. Up to here, okay? Since if condition is working, elif will not work. Now it comes to the x is equal to 2. Now 2 is equal to 2 is odd number. No, means this is not going to work. Now it is not going to work means it will check this one. This is also not going to work now. For example, in this position, if I have written the else without writing anything, if I write the else means what happens means after appending 1, it will stop immediately. After 1 only it will stop immediately. Because if it is not working, for 2 it is not working means break now, immediate break now. But it should not break like that. Then what I have to write here? Elif, either it has to be greater than 20. Till that you have to go. Now for taking 2 will be not appended. 2 is greater than or equal to 20. No, this one also not works. This one also not works. If is not working, elif also not working. Next it is going to take 3. 3 means if is working. 4 means if is not working, elif is also not working. 5, if is working but elif is not working. 6, like that. Now it comes to 20. Now whenever it is exactly 20, if part will not work because it is not an odd number. If part will not work and else part, elif part will work now. Earlier it has not worked. Now 20 will, elif part will work and it is going to break. And this is the answer you are going to get. Now it is clear? Everyone? Is the point is clear? Anyone has any questions? So this same answer, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 options have written. Choice is yours. Whichever you feel easy, that is the best option. Sir, out of all of them, this is slightly confused, sir. I think this one or this one is easy. Go with that. Infinite loops are having some requirements are there. Whenever you are not having the exactly what is the final value, you don't know. In that case only we have to go with the infinite loop. But clearly we know that starting number, ending number, when we know the number of times it is, how many times it has to be repeated. When you know that one, don't go with the infinite loop, go with the finite loop. Is the point is clear? Now, let's take one more example, guys. Okay, write a program to add the sum of numbers in the given list using the for loop. So there is a list of numbers are there. In the list, I'm having 10, 20, 30, 5, 45. Something you are having like this. Now, you have to do the sum of numbers. How to do the sum of numbers means you are going to extract the values. How to extract the value? How to take 10 directly? For I in L. For I in L, directly it will take the 10 only. First, what is the first value it is going to take? 10. What is the second value? 20. What is the third value? 30. Now you have to do the sum. How to do the sum? Sum is equal to sum plus I. Then what is the initial sum? 0. Initial sum is 0 and you are going to do the sum plus I and print sum. Completed. Just you are going to take the value. Now this is one way. Can I write one more way? Same thing. Now if I write here range of, I'm going to write range of length of L. Now tell me, what is the range of length of L? First, length of L. What is length of L? 5. Range of 5. What is range of 5? 0 to 4. So now what is the I values it is going to take? First I value 0. Second I value as 1. Third I value as 2. Fourth I value as 3. Fifth I value as 4. Now, if I take S is equal to S plus I, first 0 will be added, 1 will be added, 2, 3, 4 will be added. But I don't want this one. 10 has to be selected. Now here what I'm going to do means L of I. What is L of 0? First I value will be 0. It is going to collect L of 0. What is in L of 0? 10. 10 will be added. Next L of 1. That is 20 will be extracted. 20 will be added. L of that like this. It is going to work and it is going to give the output like this. Two ways to extract the value. Directly you can extract 10. Indirectly you can extract using the index number. Indirectly you can extract using the index number. Now the same question was asked using the while loop. Now tell me what is the answer using the while loop. Same 10, 20, 30, 5 and 45. Now using the while loop. Now can you using the while loop directly, can you take the 10? Can you extract directly 10? No, we can't extract. Then what is the option for us? Indirectly we have to extract. How to extract indirectly means using the index numbers. Then what is the index numbers I'm going to use means x is equal to 0. Okay. X is less than or equal to less than 5. Okay. X is equal to x plus 1. Now tell me what is the x values it is going to take? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that okay now? Now I'm going to take here s is equal to s plus L of I. Now tell me what is the s is equal to s plus L of I? First, what is the x value? 0. L of x. First 0. L of 0. What is L of 0? 10. 10 will be added to the initial sum. What is the initial sum? 0 is the initial sum. 0 plus 10 followed by x is equal to 1. L of 1, 20. 10 plus 20, 30. Followed by 30 plus 30, 60. 60 plus 5, 65. 65 plus 45, which is 110. And I'm going to print the S value. Is the point is clear? Just apply the small logic, guys. Very, very, very small logic. L is equal to 10, 20, 30, 5, 45. Now we have to do the sum. Already I told you how to do the sum. Sum is initial value should be 0 and each value should be added to that. That one you remember at least. First S value is equal to 0. S is equal to S plus. You have to add the every number. How to collect the first number? 10 I have to collect. Tell me what are the options are there to collect the 10. One is using the for I in L. Directly it will take the I only. Directly it will take 10 only. For loop is not there. I have not explained for you the for. Without for, I want to take the 10. How to take the 10 without using the for? Indexing. That is L of 0. That is the only option. Today I have told you the for loop. If for loop I have not told you, what is the option is L of 0. Now how to this L of 0, first number is L of 0 followed by L of 1 followed by L of 2 followed by L of 3 followed by L of 4. Now here if I take X or I, what is the starting number of I? What is the ending number of I? What is the index number starting and what is the index number ending? 0 to 4. So starting of 0, maximum of 4 you have to take. You should not cross more than 4. You should not cross more than 4 means I should be less than or equal to 4 only. That is the condition I am writing. How I have decided that 4 means because index number maximum number is 4. If I write 5, L of 5, it will give the index error. L of 4 only it will maximum. So that is the reason. Is the point is clear? So how to add one by one means in this way. Examples are clear, guys? Now let us try with one more example. Ask the user to enter any 5 numbers and do the sum of it. That is the question. Ask the user to enter any 5 numbers. Any 5 numbers means finite loop or infinite loop? Finite loop. Finite loop means go with the while or for. No need to go with the while true. Ask the user to enter numbers, not any 5. They have not given in this question. Enter numbers and do the sum of it. Now, finite or infinite? Infinite. In this case, while true. That is the difference. Okay. They ask the user to enter any 5 numbers. Any 5 means how many times my loop has to be executed? 5 times. 5 times to execute the loop, 2 options are there. One is for I in range of 5. How many times it will be executed? 5 times, because I is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 times it will be executed. This is option number 1. What is the option number 2 is X is equal to 1 while X is less than or equal to 5. Inside that, X is equal to X plus 1. This is also 5 times. That one 5 times. This is also 5 times. X is equal to 1 now. Equal to I have used it now. If you are using here 0 means, then you have to use only less than 5. Then both are same. Starting with 0. Here also, if you are interested, take I only. So that both will be the same as it is. Both are same. So to repeat 5 times, that is for loop. This is while loop. Now whatever you want to repeat, write inside. This is common. What you want to repeat, write inside. Now what you have to repeat? Ask the user to enter 5 numbers. Ask the user, you have to repeat. So input function. Input, enter the number. And this one, whatever the person has entered, eval. Enter the number like this. And you are going to store that one in the n. N is equal to. Same thing. In the while loop also, write inside. Inside the loop, you write this one. Both are same, above and below. That will be executed 5 times. This also will be executed 5 times, as it is. Okay, after doing this one, after 5 numbers entries are complete, after that what we have to do? Sum is equal to sum plus n. Same thing, copy here. This one also same. Now, what is with respect to initial sum? Initial sum is equal to 0. S is equal to 0. Here also you write S is equal to 0. About the loop. Not inside the loop, above the loop. If you write inside the loop, every time sum will be 0. It will also repeat now. Alright. Now, after this, what you are going to write? Outside the loop, print yes. This one also you write outside the loop, print yes. Simple. What are the above code, below code? Both are same. Same lines of code now. You want to repeat 5 times using for loop means above, using while loop means below. Is the point is clear for everyone now? Just I'm trying to enter the, see, first number 10, 20, 30, 5, 45. Total is this one. Same thing. 10, 20, 30, 5, 45. Same 5 lines of code. As it is, it has asked, and finally it has also printed as the same only. Any difference have you observed? Is the point is clear? Finite loop means two options are there, for or while. Is the points are clear? Anyone having any questions, you can ask. What are the questions you are having, you can ask. Okay. Next, if no questions, just I want to give the time for your preparation, and in the tomorrow's class I will explain for you the next concept called as within the for loop also we can apply the break. How you have break the while loop. When the condition satisfies, how you are going to stop the while loop. Break can be applied on the infinite loop. Break can be applied on the while loop. Break can be applied on the for loop. Any loop you can apply the break. Whenever the condition satisfies, it will break. Right? Break, continue. There is second one called as continue. What is this continue? I'll explain in the tomorrow's class. And along with that, we are going to discuss else part for the for loop also. How we are having the while loop with else. While loop with else, when the else part will be executed? If the break is not executed, while will be executed. If break is executed, while will not, else part will not be executed. Same logic will be applied for the for loop with else also. Within the for loop, entire for loop will stop either two ways. When the for loop will stop means when all the items are completed also it will stop, or break executed also it will stop. When the while loop will stop, if the conditions fails also it will stop, or break executed also it will stop. Okay. And similar way this one also, and along with that nested for loop. Nested means within the for, inside one more for will be there. These four concepts we are going to cover in the tomorrow's class. Just I'm giving the time for your practice to work on the loops and to revise and to try some additional examples. What are the examples you want to try? Just to give some more examples, and I'm going to upload some tasks for the for loops and while loops. Sir, wherever the break is required, just ignore that one. That question you ignore. Remaining questions you continue. Okay. So one more time. What are the three loops we are having is, first one is called as while. Second one is called as for. Third one is called as infinite. Yeah, notes. In the Jupyter notebook, what are the Jupyter notebook is there? In the Jupyter notebook, I'm going to share. In that only notes also will be there. For while. Now, what is for loop? What is the meaning of for loop means? For each value in the sequence, repeat the code. What is the meaning? Tell me meaning. For each value in the sequence, repeat the code. What is the while loop meaning? What is the while loop meaning? Till condition satisfies, repeat the code. What is the infinite loop meaning? Infinite number of times, repeat the code. Repeat the code, what is common? Because loop is common. In everything, loop is there. Loop means repeat the code. Write clearly. For loop, write in the notes. You write in the notes. For loop. In this, you write here. In the for loop, you write for each value. For each, not value, item. For in the sequence. For each item in the sequence, repeat the block of code. For each item in the sequence, repeat the block of code. In the while loop, till condition satisfies, repeat the block of code. Till condition satisfies, repeat the block of code. Infinite loop meaning, infinite number of times, repeat the block of code. Completed? Three of them. Infinite number of times, repeat the block of code. Next, in for loop. When the for loop will stop, heading. within the for loop, when the for loop will stop. Heading is when for loop will stop. When for loop will stop. Option 1. If all items in the sequence are completed. If all items in sequence are completed, it stops. If all items in the sequence are completed, it stops. This is option 1. Option 2. Break. If break is executed also, it will stop. If break is executed also, it will stop. Write that sentence clearly. If the break is executed also, it will stop. Okay. Now, when while loop will stop? When while loop will stop? Option 1. If condition is failed. Condition fails. If condition fails. While condition fails. For while you are going to write one condition now. If while condition fails, it stops. Or option 2. If break is executed also, it will stop. Out of these two, any one. If while condition fails also, it stops. If while condition fails, it stops. Or option 2, if break is executed, it stops. If break is executed, it stops. Next, when infinite loop will stop? In this, only option 2 is there, not option 1. Option is only break. 100% break only you have to use. There is no other choice. We have to use the break and we have to stop the infinite loop. Is the points are clear? And these two are called as finite loops. Finite means limited number of times. Finite, the meaning of finite loop means limited number of times repeating. Limited number of times. Infinite means unlimited number of times. There is no limit. Unlimited number of times. Unlimited number of times. So please practice once and we'll discuss remaining thing in the tomorrow's class. And I'm just uploading the notes of for loops. Just I'm uploading the notes of for loops. In tomorrow's class, we'll continue with the balance for loops. For loops is not completed yet. Still it has to be done. And tomorrow balance part will be completed. If you are having any questions, you can ask. And most important thing is, whatever you are practicing, don't forget that one. That is more important. Because everything are continued like that. Everything are having the link like that. Right? Done. Yeah. For loops notes was uploaded. You can go through. Notes was uploaded. Just you can go through. And online students who are not maintaining any notes, just keeping the headset and listening to the class, please pay for the recordings and next time, one more time you listen. Online students who are not writing the notes, just listening the class, those students, pay for the recordings and listen one more time, because obviously you'll forget. I know that one. That is the topic specialty now. So these topics without writing the notes, automatically what happens, I know. Tomorrow morning, you are going to ask what questions also, I know. Right? For you guys, my suggestion is take the recordings. When we are not writing the notes, we are not having the habit of writing the notes just only for listening, miss, better to go for the recordings. Then 10 times, 20 times you can listen, because you'll never write now. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I have stopped the class and you can practice now. Done. Done. Yeah, others you can leave. If no questions, you can leave.
Sir, in that last task, sir, there is a enter the week name, and if it is Saturday or Sunday, then weekend. So we have to create like this, and we have to create list, and after that, or simple.
What is the question?
Sir, enter a weekday name, and if it is Saturday or Sunday, then weekend, or otherwise it is a weekday.
Okay.
We created two lists, sir, with one Saturday and Sunday, and one Monday to Friday, and in operator I've used and weekend or weekday. Or simply we will create, sir, if weeks equal to week name equal to Saturday, Sunday, or operator, that also. Sir, one more thing, sir. Sir, when I use, sir, enter the alphabet, it is a vowel. So it is, since it is a case sensitive, so we have to use both, sir.
Dot lower. Though the person has entered caps lock also, just apply dot lower.